Hi, hello, I'm back. Oh my god, I am back in my room. I hate this. Every time I like take my glasses off, it always pulls out a tuft of hair and it just looks so stupid. But anyway, I am feeling better. I'm still a little nasally, but oh my god, I feel amazing. And so I'm actually gonna go out to Blake. I mean, the remnants of Hurricane Ian are still kind of hanging around, so it is a very, very rainy day. But honestly, I kind of like the rain, even though my joints are on fire. But I'm just weird, okay? And so I actually signed up for a pottery class, but haha, the teachers got COVID and had to cancel. So I'm just gonna have a bunch of clay and pottery stuff in my house. And honestly, like before the pandemic, I was actually doing a lot of ceramics. So I might just hit up my storage unit and bust out my pottery wheel and just bring it to my house, because like they're raising the rent on storage units too. Like everything's going up. Like it's literally just a closet, and I'm not paying $400 a month for a closet to store stuff. The only problem is I have to find a kiln rental spot, because I can do ceramics in my house, you know, like I don't mix any glazes. Everything's all pre-made, everything's like pre-wet. It's just that like I don't have a kiln to fire my ceramics. So I have to see. I know a couple potters in South Philly who maybe use their kiln, probably not. It all depends on their firing schedule. God. You guys hear that? Those are my cats. Okay, so I'm gonna go. I will check back in later, and yeah, my arm's hurting and the cats are fighting, so I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back shopping with Gray. I got my clay. I didn't get the one I wanted. The one I wanted, like when it fires, it's completely white, but they only had the one that dries off-white. So when it dries, it's kind of like egg yolk colored, if that makes sense. I mean, it's fine. It'll work for what I need it to. But honestly, like I was going to come home and start maybe doing some like hand-built ceramics or something, but I'm tired. I realized that like tomorrow's Wednesday, which means I have class and work tomorrow. It's my first day back since I got sick, so my first day back to work in about 2 weeks. So I'm gonna just take the rest of the day and relax. Probably if it's not raining. I'm trying to check the weather now. I think it's raining. Wait, where are my glasses? Wait. Okay, yeah, it's raining. So I'll probably wait a little bit to go back out unless it's gonna rain some more, and do some grocery shopping so that I have food for the week, because yeah, this is my first day. Tomorrow is my first day back to work after 2 weeks, so it's gonna be interesting. And I also have to do a lot of homework, but we'll figure it out. So with the clay, I already took about a pound and a half out and just made like tiny little very, very thin discs of clay, and just gonna let that dry out because I need to make more slip. Usually what I do is I try to make slip out of the clay that I'm using and try to always have slip based on the clay. I mean, I'm going to eventually, with all the trimming and stuff, have more clay to use, but for right now we're going to just do that, because I think, like I said, yeah, I have work and school. Yeah, I'm not gonna have time to do anything this week with any ceramics or even like my other epoxy sculptures. So I think probably next Tuesday I might have a free day to actually do some ceramics. So I'm gonna go check out my storage unit. I'm sorry, there's like a hawk. Is it a hawk? Is that a hawk? What is that? It's not a hawk, but it's like a big ass bird outside right on the power line that's outside my window, and it's freaking me out. But yeah, so I'm gonna see if I can get my pottery wheel out of storage, and then maybe hopefully Tuesday I can start practicing centering and throwing clay on my own. Yes, I like classes, but honestly, I gotta do what I gotta do, you know? So yeah. Now I had to sit down. So yeah, ideally I'd be like taking classes with like an extra professional at like a school or something, but one at CCP, I couldn't take the class because it just didn't work with my work schedule, and my job was not willing to give me a different schedule. So I mean, like I said before, I did ceramics before the pandemic. I did it for a couple years, so hopefully it all comes back to me super quickly, but if not, I guess YouTube University. All right, I already have everything in the pot. I got my cabbage, my pork, my mushrooms. I'm gonna just quickly season this, and I'm going to cheat.
After all the awesome ASMR crunchy bits, I went back to designing some stickers. A very simple, cute little melon sticker, and honestly, I think I might switch to a matte screen protector. I do prefer drawing on glossy, but look at it, it just looks so dirty. You see every little bit of dust on there. Everything went great in the Cricut app, but unfortunately my actual printer decided to die, and I spent way too much time trying to fix it, so I'm just going to use like sticker app or something. At first it wasn't printing, then only yellow, then only another color, then it just completely just died, so I'm giving up on using my printer and just getting them professionally made outside of my home.
Why is it printing out so faintly? I just put new ink in here. Okay, so the test sheet I did for my stickers looks fine. The size looks awesome, but why is it only in yellow? I really don't understand what's wrong with my printer. Like, ugh.
And unfortunately, a little bit after that, I had a serious health emergency and ended up in the ER once again. See, look at that. Super happy though, in a lot of pain, but I'm alive. And look at my babies, they're so cute. I missed you. I was in the ER, well, the hospital for 2 days. I miss my babies. Look at them, they're so cute.
This is me in Pock Pock. Okay, oh, my hands are incredibly ashy because I have been portioning out clay. I'm not going to pick it up, it's like a 50-pound bag of clay. But I have been portioning out clay all day because I am going to teach myself, or at least try to, teach myself how to throw pottery again. Yay! Yay. Anyway, so I actually registered for a pottery class, and yeah, so I got the Rona. Yeah, so a little backstory, blah blah blah. A couple weeks ago I was like sick, you know, and I think my last vlog I was like, yeah, really sick. I should have known I was sick because ain't no way menthol Theraflu tastes good. I absolutely hate menthol. It's like anything minty, unless it's too, disgusting. And I should have known. I'm like, wow, this tastes really good. I should have known something was up. Ooh, is it happier news? Not really. So as you can see, I'm still very winded. I get really excited and I'm like, Anyway, so I had actually registered for a local like ceramics class to do wheel thrown pottery, because before the pandemic hit, I was actually doing a lot of pottery, and then things happened, so I stopped and I went back to doing a lot of hand-built ceramics. And like, what is I don't know if you can see it, like behind my easel there, like there's actually like a bunch of cat beds inside the closet because the cats keep going in there, and you can probably see them coming in and out of the closet, which is why the closet is always open. Anyway, so I signed up for a local pottery class, and because I had gotten sick, I had to drop out. And I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I'll do another one like a couple weeks later, and that one got canceled because the teacher has COVID as well. So I'm like, cool, I'll just register next semester at CCP. You know, this way it's an actual class for me. I get my credits as well, and I still learn. It's just next semester, so January. So right now I decided, since I have everything else and I have an Amazon credit, so like I bought this a cheap wheel off Amazon, and because I had credits and everything, I only paid 25 bucks for it, so like $25 is not that big a loss for me. I do have like an actual Shinpo, but it's in storage way up northeast, and I don't drive, so it's gonna stay there until I can like get it. But anyway, like I was saying, I like went to the ER and I came home, and like they gave me these steroids to take so I could like breathe right then and there, and they gave me like some medicine to take home. But I was like amped, like I was just like, yeah, what's going on? All right, cool. Yeah. I know, 16 hours, that's fine. I was asleep the entire time anyway. It's cool. Let's do something. Oh, my pottery wheel's here. Let's throw some pots. Yeah. And then I crashed. I was like out for 2 days, and I came home, and I'm like, I woke up yesterday, and I was just like, ooh, shit, I made a mess. Ooh. Okay, so as you know, the orange bonnet means it's time to go to work. Yeah, and I just got myself all riled up, and now I'm, all right, so we're gonna go get to work and switch over to future Zanae with her voiceovers. Hopefully by then she can breathe. All right.
Alright, so down to business. I got this wheel off Amazon. I will put the link down below, but it's okay. It's not as good as the Shinpo, but it pretty works, you know, especially for someone who is really unexperienced in wheel throwing, I actually had no problems with this wheel. And as you can see, centering and pulling up, coning up, all that stuff is not my forte. I tried to watch hours and hours of YouTube videos, Skillshare videos, everything. And it helped, but honestly, I think, well, I truly believe, honestly, that I need to go to an actual class and learn from someone in person with way more experience, because it's just, everything's wrong. And one thing is also, I have the wheel spinning in a different direction. The way I throw, the wheel has to be spinning in the completely opposite direction, and it's like too fast, everything, it's just a mess. I mean, I had a lot of fun. I got some actual pots that were kind of okay, but yeah, I was so absorbed in trying to figure this out that I honestly forgot to film. And I threw about, I want to say 30 pots, or at least attempted to throw 30 pots that day. I just did not record them. I think I got recording of maybe 2 later on that were like not that great, but I did come back to it and I was able to actually throw a pretty decent looking mug and bowl. Again, I just forgot to record it because I was not paying attention to my camera. Okay, so it's the next day. I decided I'm not going to trim these, but I cut these open and I'm going to show you what they look like. These are the 2 pots that were not successful, but like somewhat successful. Like, I don't know if you can see, but this one is like mad crooked. And so here's the cross section of this pot. I don't know if it's coming up on camera, but the walls are actually like hella uneven, but from all the videos I've seen, that is not bad. Like, this base is definitely okay. It's like right here. So from the videos I've seen, like this should be more of like a right angle here. And you can see here that like I have a lot of clay on the bottom. I mean, I could just like trim all that off, but I don't want to have to do that. I want to get better at my actual throwing. And then you can see here, it's very, very thick. And it gets really thin up top because there's so much clay that I needed to pull up. Same thing on this side, but like, I would say it's still pretty consistent. Other than that, I just dropped it. This guy here, this is the other side. Like, let me see, put them together. It's not that bad. It's actually pretty round. I'm surprised that like I even got this with no class instruction, just throwing on YouTube. But let me see. You can see here, it has a slope like that. Like, that is way a line. And you can see here where I pulled it in and up, but like there's still a lot of clay right here that I need to like grab and pull up. So, ooh, sorry. All right, so I'm gonna let this just go leather hard, not leather hard. All right, so I'm just gonna let this go bone dry, just throw it in my reclaimed bucket for later. And this is the other one that's not great. Let me see. So again, you can see it's very, very crooked.
Is it showing? This one you can see is also crooked. It's also kind of doing this. It looks pretty. No, this side here is definitely thicker than that one. And then when I open it up, you can see one air bubble. I need to wedge more. The base here needs to be compressed a little bit more when I'm throwing it. I think this thinness, sorry, I think this thinness for like should be okay, but maybe try to aim for a thicker base. I don't know, but kind of thin. Again, there's a lot of clay on the bottom that I need to pull up. The walls again looks kind of consistent except for this side, and then I don't know. It's like like I said before, I'm just really surprised I even got like this far with it. Like, okay, wow, I might have did something. Not great, but something. All right, so like I said before, I'm gonna let this all go bone dry, and then I'm going to just throw this all in my reclaimed bucket. Okay, so, sorry, I unfortunately already messed up the other one, but, random earplug. But here, as you can see, like, this is one of the pots I threw the other day. The other one, I already ripped it up. Oh, stop it. I already ripped it up to throw into my reclaimed bucket. I'm actually going to let this all dry out. Let this all dry out to bone dry and throw it in the reclaimed bucket so that later on I can turn this back into clay. Usable clay. And then this one here, I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of like going like this. It's really uneven. And then here are the inside walls. Like, you can see here. Like, I feel like the inside, from all the videos that I've watched, the inside should be more of a right angle here. And this here. And you can see I have so much clay that I need to pull up. I mean, maybe I could have just trimmed this all off, but I need to get my pulls right before I even think about trimming. So like, I feel like all this should have been up here in the walls, and I probably could have gotten this a little higher if I had gotten all this clay up. I feel like this base depth is kind of okay. Still might be a little too thick, but like, yeah, I'm not surprised I even got like these results with just watching YouTube videos and reading random articles and books. All right, cool. Okay, so I'm gonna just tear this all apart. This is all going to be left out to get bone dry, and I'm gonna turn this into reclaim again. Oh, it feels so weird. It's like, it just, I don't know how to explain the way this clay feels right now. Yes, I guess to say this would be like leather hard, like I can touch it without leaving fingerprints, but it has like it kind of feels like cold or like unrisen bread dough that's really dry. I can't explain. It feels like an ancient grain bread that's made with like a jailed corn. Oh, it's so weird. Okay, sorry, I'm stop playing with it now. All right, I actually overslept, so I'm gonna go get ready for work, and yeah.
So while my gilded panels are drying or curing, I decided I would try to season a crucible with my little butane torch and some borax powder. It kind of works, but honestly, the amount of fuel it was taking was just way too much. It took way too long. So I actually decided later on that I was going to go and just buy a pre-seasoned one, which I will show later. Just this alone took about, I wouldn't say 5 to 10 minutes to try to season my own. And also the butane that I have or that I use is actually really, really expensive. And I think I filled both my torches up twice in the process of doing this and another crucible. And it was just, it's really not economical. So I just gave up. Okay, so as soon as I finished sawing out all those stuff, my saw broke. Don't worry, that's not blood on my hands, it's paint. And so I treated myself to this Green Lion Forge scroll saw. Oh my god, amazing. It came with these stickers too, and look at the handle. The handle is so much thicker in my hand, and I'm someone from like years of cooking, you know, holding knives and rolling bread. Horrible tendency to develop carpal tunnel. So a saw with a huge handle like this is amazing. I was going to take the time and like put a handle or something on the other saw, but it's really flimsy. It's broken a couple times on me. And actually the frame, you can't see it on the other saw, is bent. But that German saw I got, oh my German saw, the Green Lion Punch Forge saw. Oh my god, that saw is amazing. Ooh. Sorry, back to narration. So I'm actually working on doing some rings. So I've been trying to get some more, I want to say, craft jewelry on, but I want to be an actual like fine jeweler, so I've been practicing that at home. And I'm actually going to be doing some, I'd say, one of a kind or limited run rings. So I have to make the wax models myself, and as you see earlier, I took a blade and kind of just sized the ring inside. And I'm going to spend what feels like forever just filing down the ring, different sizes. This one I'm trying to go for like a geometric look. It didn't really read as much, so I think I'm going to go back and with tinier files and make those angles like super duper sharp. Or I might even just get a thicker ring base and try it that way. But we'll see. This is just one of many experiments. It takes a lot of money to get these cast, so I think I might just make about 10 rings, get them all cast, and see how they go. They're all sized to be about my size, so about 7 to 8. I need to make some rings that are smaller and larger in case I want to sell them to other people. And after that, I just spent the rest of my night measuring, labeling, categorizing all the stones and future projects I'm going to be working on. It's a lot. It's final season right now. Your girl is stressed, so I'm going to take a break and come back. I don't have it in me anymore to do anything else besides school and prep for future projects.